Hello, this is Ashley Danielle from ashleydanielle.com, your psychic intuitive manifestation mentor. And today I want to talk about self-responsibility and the way that we can get in our own way as it relates to manifestation, especially as intuitive people. Um, Most of the people that come to me or my clients would consider themselves to be intuitive, and that's amazing. Um, and one of the ways that I have done this, and my clients and people that I see just in my day-to-day life, that they aren't able to manifest or co-create the life that they actually desire is in their lack of self-responsibility. What does that mean? So for me, self-responsibility is, obviously taking responsibility for yourself, but taking it, a little bit deeper into this work. Self-responsibility is watching your thoughts. The dominant thoughts that you have over and over and over shape your reality, right? And so if you are somebody that is constantly thinking that the world is out to get you, or that life isn't fair, or a lot of these different themes that are we're conditioned to believe, that's what's going to show up for you. If you've ever had somebody in your life or seen or know somebody that things just always tend to work out for them, that's more than likely because they are somebody that just believes that everything's going to be okay and that everything's going to work out. And so that is what is, um, my guides are like, that's what is served on a platter to them. In my life, I don't really want to talk about this, but there's, once I open myself up to channeling, it just starts coming. For me, one of the themes that came up or that I shifted many years ago was believing that I was left out, or believing that I was forgotten about, or that I was not important, or, anything that goes along with that theme. And this played out over and over and over again until I realized what was happening and took self-responsibility and started to make changes, right? So things that would happen were going out to a restaurant and like the waitress never came and took our drink order. Other things have happened. I don't want to go too much into it, but things like that where it's like it's not a normal thing to have happen, but would continuously happen to me. And it solidified the belief that I'm, always forgotten about, or nobody pays attention to me, like these types of things. And so if you're somebody that's like Murphy's Law, like that's what I'm seeing, where it's like if there's something bad, it's gonna happen to me. Well, yeah, like that's what you believe about yourself. That's how you see yourself. That's how you perceive the world. That's what's gonna happen. And the good news about this is you can change this, you can shift this. And part of self-responsibility is somebody that doesn't have a lot of self-responsibility, they are waiting for somebody to come help them. They're waiting for somebody to come rescue them. They're waiting for somebody to change them. Another way that this plays out, like wide scale, that we're conditioned to believe and accept is like once our outside world changes, then we'll be happy. So like, the most common one is like once I win the lotto, then I'll feel safe and then I'll feel happy. Or once I lose weight, then I'll feel beautiful, or then I'll feel desirable or lovable or whatever. The problem with this is you're giving all of your power to somebody outside of yourself. It's similar to what I was just talking about, but it's a little bit different in that we're conditioned, all of us, by society to be this way, to put all of our focus and intention outside of ourselves instead of focusing on ourselves and the things that we can change within ourselves, because that's all we can actually control. And what starts to happen is once you shift your thinking, once you see yourself as somebody that is lovable, that is accepted, that is paid attention to, all of these things, your outer world shifts. Those things will start to happen. And that is how you will start to have a better life and, manifest, co-create a better life for yourself because you believe that you deserve it. So like something that you can start telling yourself, if that was your thing, is I am lovable, I am valid, I am seen and heard and noticed and all of these things. Also, what they're showing me is if you are somebody that tends to be hyper vigilant and noticing yourself overthinking the what ifs about life, which is okay and normal. It's not necessarily a bad or wrong thing. What can happen is you can start to ruminate, or, not start, you pretty much always are ruminating on all of the what ifs. And okay, so what they're showing me is this is like a self-fulfilling prophecy where it's like, you're hyper vigilant, you're constantly thinking about all of the ways things can go wrong. And then that will something will happen and you will feel justified and right in your overthinking. And you will receive more evidence that that is true for you because that is what you dominantly believe about yourself to be true. Yeah, okay. I tend to get a lot of downloads once I start to channel, and so it's like this big complex map. And I kind of have to navigate my way through what I'm being shown. The last thing that I want to say about this is when you are somebody that considers yourself spiritual, intuitive, it can be really tempting to outsource your power to spirit, to your intuition, to your guides, to God, to the universe, right? And I would like to invite you to come into a bit more self-responsibility and into your power in understanding that your intuition is your connection to God, higher self, universe, however you collective consciousness that wanted to pop in. And also, you are not at the mercy of your intuition. You get to harness your intuition to co-create a better life, to co-create your desires. And it is possible. And it is time. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback and what your biggest takeaway from this was. Thank you. Bye.